Welcome back.
Yes.
If we're talking weirdly quiet, ASMR.
Yeah,
it's because my baby's sleeping.
Yeah, and we have the monitor over there, so.
And we don't know how loud we can talk without getting away, but I feel like this is fine.
Yeah, and I think
she's not waking up.
Audioly? I don't know if that's a word. Audio-wise, it looks fine on the mic.
Yeah.
So.
And they can turn it up.
Yeah. They?
The people.
Oh, nah. I thought you meant the production.
That's us.
People that we don't have.
AKA you.
Anyways, yeah. Welcome back. It's when? We're August.
It's August 2nd.
Yeah. And
which is kind of wild.
Yeah. We were just talking about how Nelson's going back to work, right?
Yep.
He's a teacher.
In 2 weeks. No. In a week. He'll be back at school.
Yeah. And I was, what? Like, how? Like, I feel like everyone feels that in the summer.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't start school until September, so we have a little bit more time, but literally people are going back to school.
Yeah. Which is, again, is so weird for me because
We're sponsored. I wish.
My daughter pulls the koozies out and plays them with them around the house.
Modelo sponsor us.
Since I'm from Wisconsin, the kids go back to school after Labor Day. Oh. So it took me a while to like adjust.
Yeah.
Here, especially last summer when I was on maternity leave, like Nelson left after a month to go back to school. And I was like, what? Even though I knew and I was perfectly fine, but I was like, no. But now I'm like, he can go back to school.
I know, but it's just, I feel like.
I don't think he's ready. Like, mentally. He's like, oh my gosh, it's already.
But you mentioned earlier when we were just talking that I was like, where did the summer go? And you're well, like I was gone a lot for wrestling things, and like you said, Nelson
was just gone, yeah.
And so I feel like that makes you chunk up your summer and like, okay, this is when this is, and this is when that is, and like after Fargo, which was a few weeks ago, it's just like you blink and it's like done.
Yeah, yeah. No, we definitely like when school is out. I'm also like, I work around Nelson's wrestling schedule, so it was like. He was home for a couple weeks, and then it was duels. And that was a long time. So then, in my head, I go through childcare, like who's coming, where's going, and then there was like a month, and then it was like 4th of July, and then I had off. I have my summer. I work full time, so I have
not a teacher.
Yeah, no. So I have like an allotted time. I always take in July. Yeah. So then it was like, okay, I got to my vacation, and then when that was done, I'm like, oh my gosh, and then now. No, Nelson did Fargo camp too, but now he's at a bachelor party. So then I was like, okay, then there's that, and then it's already like school.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like you said, Eliza goes back to daycare.
Yeah, Eliza goes back to daycare full time on Monday.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah,
I'm like okay with it, but like it's crazy.
Yeah, and so like we're gonna blink again. It's gonna be like wrestling season.
I know,
like, actually.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because I always feel as soon as it starts going, it's like. In what's September for us? Is that like the kickoff?
Yes.
Like we go
like preseason stuff.
Yeah, preseason stuff starts, and then all of a sudden it's like October, and we're doing like the hay bale, and then it's all of a sudden like wrestling season.
Yeah, you're like in it. Mm-hmm. It was funny because all my family's always like asking how the boys are doing, like how's wrestling, blah blah blah, and they're like, also like. Do you get a break now? And I'm like, well, we did like nationals and the kids were like on a dual team and like whatever. But I was like, yeah, we have a break where the kids are just doing like practices and stuff. But literally they're going to start back up soon.
Yeah.
So like actually we have a break, but like actually no.
Yeah. Nelson growing up always took a break in August.
Yeah.
So I remember like hearing his parents, August was like no wrestling. And it was good for them.
Yeah.
Just to like not like be kids, but like do other things.
Yeah.
Like not worry about cutting weight or
I mean,
that makes sense.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Especially when they were like actually cutting weight, not when they were like this big. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when they were like competing.
Yeah. But this summer flew by. And I'm gonna be honest with everyone, I have not done like a ton with wrestling over the past 5-6 months. Like at all. Just because of Eliza. Like we're busy and I don't go to much, so I've like not taken a step back in like a negative way, just taken a step back probably over the last 6 months, and I feel like now I'm ready to like grind back in.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and she never stops.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about this to like people who ask about like how you're doing or like whatever. Like though you have taken like a little bit of step back, like Nelson is still doing wrestling things.
Yes,
It's still
yes.
like part of your life. But
Yes.
maybe at this season or
I'm
this
on the
past
home
season,
front.
yeah, you were like, okay, he was at dual, so like you said, you had to figure out who's watching Eliza because
Yep.
he's supposed to be home because
Yep.
it was summer. So like there's a lot of behind the scenes that maybe like a lot of you guys can relate
Yeah.
to that I can't because I bring my kids with me or
Yeah.
my in-laws are like I'm lucky
Yeah.
enough to have my in-laws or my parents
Yeah.
around that they'll just like literally I say, can I drop off the kids? And they're like, why are you even asking?
Yeah.
But like that's not,
Yeah.
you know, like
I think for me, I've been on the admin side
Yeah.
for the past almost year, really.
Yeah.
Like from the sidelines and less like in it.
yeah.
And I'm okay with it. Like
Yeah.
I'm at peace with my decision to like take a step back. It was good for me and my daughter.
yeah.
And if you're wondering what I've been doing, it's literally just enjoying motherhood.
Yeah.
I love it. And yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I've been. You're
Yeah.
like, where the heck is she?
She's around. She's
I'm
always
alive.
there.
I just
Yeah. And so,
supporting Nelson right now.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. Because he's still doing like, or this summer specifically, was doing
Yeah.
like all this stuff. And,
Yeah, he took quite a bit of trips.
yeah. And so for, I mean, I guess our last episode was in December we talked about.
Yeah.
Right? And what did we, I can't remember what we talked about that.
I have no idea.
But that was like mid wrestling season, and we were like, we hate December. We remember because it
Yeah.
was like December is like it's cold. There's everyone's sick, and there's tournaments and kids club in high school
Yeah.
and like whatever. But like since then, I mean, I feel like I've been doing the normal wrestling mom stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, my kids were competing. Elias, how old was he? My 8-year-old. He won state for IKWF. Like, so that was like
Yeah.
last year. My other son won it. This year he won it, and then nationals like was fun. They like the
Yeah.
kids did well at that.
We went out to Vegas.
Yeah, we went. Oh, my oldest went to Vegas, which is a really expensive trip, but it's so fun.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't as expensive, but it's like Nehemiah still talks about it today. Like
Oh,
to
yeah,
this day,
that's special.
how like I mean it was special because he was the only one there, so he was like an only child. But he really liked being there with the senior level guys at wrestling. Like obviously we're not of the camp of like go bother them for your autograph, but just to know that they were there wrestling.
same room. It's cool.
Like he thought that was really cool, and he wrestles in a division it's the futures division, so it's literally anybody under 14.
Yeah.
And so like he like whatever. So he talks about it to this day. So if you have the opportunity to take your kid to Vegas, like I highly recommend it. But it is expensive because it's Vegas.
Did I ever tell you that my friend was in Vegas?
No.
Like the weekend before the Open started. And so she was texting me and she was like, is there some like wrestling thing out here?
Oh,
and I'm like, I was like, yeah, like the Open. I'm like, Nelson's actually headed there on Tuesday. She's like, oh my gosh. She's like, I keep going places and there's all these wrestlers.
Yeah.
And I love her. I'm not gonna name her because I don't want to like out her. But she's like, I figured out how they're wrestlers because you taught me. I go, what? She goes, the ear.
That's so funny.
And I'm like, yeah. She's like, I was asking everybody if they knew who Nelson Baker was. And I was like, oh, he's not famous. And she's like, well, I know him. It was so funny.
He is to me. It was fun. I had a lot of fun in Vegas as well. And yeah. But so that was fun that we did.
Yeah.
You never told me that story. That's so funny.
Like I said, so during Vegas, I was back. And my dad, I like booked him a long time in advance, my dad, as my helper. And so I remember I was like, hey, are you free in April? And he's like, I think it was December. He's like, sure. And I'm like, want to be my husband for the week? So my dad was here and he just like takes care of everything around the house while I go to work and takes her to daycare. And so like that's what I do when you're in Vegas. I'm working, they're texting me, I'm trying to watch when I can. Did Nelson wrestle?
Nelson he got second, remember?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, Nelson got second. He was in the finals match and he was winning.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
he was
that's right.
winning,
Yeah.
and then and then he did win, but whatever.
Yeah, okay. Now I
But
remember.
So I think that's also why my kids like it because like Nelson did the Masters division, and then our other friend Jake did the Masters, and then Brian was gonna do it 2 years ago, and then he broke his foot.
Yeah.
But he's like planning to do it again. So it's like everyone's wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, and it was
I think
really
Nelson's
cool for
retired though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
No, he's not going. We discussed.
Brian's doing it next year for sure.
I think if he goes, it'll be to just coach, like just for Greco, and then go back.
Yeah.
Because it was a long. He had to take like personal days, and teachers only get 3, and he used like all 3. for
Yeah.
that. And I'm like, that's like, we can't do that every year. Like maybe every other, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
just logistically on my end, it was a lot.
Yeah. It is. I mean, it is a lot.
And I only have one kid. So
Yeah.
it's because of my work schedule. Just hear me out. I don't work 8 to 4 or 8 to 5. I work 6 a.m. to 2:30. So in order for me to have someone come to my house, they have to get to my house at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
and then take her to daycare. And then I do the pickup. So it's like really hard to find people to be here at 5 a.m. to sit in my home.
Yeah. And I would do it, but I'm at
She's
the
gone.
wrestling.
Yeah. So it's like, so that's why I call my dad, or my in-laws are wonderful and they do it.
Yeah.
But like, that's why it's difficult. I don't even care that he's gone. It's like the logistics of it.
Yeah.
Because when Nelson's home, he's sleeping and she sleeps and then wake up, you know? And I'm already like gone for the day. But
Yeah. That's so crazy to me that you work so early. But
I know, but I don't even, it's like whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. It just is what it is.
It's funny. And then, so what we're planning to do with, like, to ease back into this is we're recording this podcast, but I thought we thought we would show you guys the Loft. It's where we, like, Nelson spends a lot of time. Yeah. My kids spend a lot of time, and I spend a lot of time in there too, but it's kind of like this cool space that is at my house. And we've got like dummies and mats and like a whole bunch of stuff, but my kids love being up there, so we thought we would show you guys in this video. Yeah, I think you were talking about your logistical side, which is what you've been doing as like a wrestling wife this like season of your life. And in the summer it was like pretty much figuring out when
Nelson's gone.
When Nelson's gone, what do you do?
That's what and it's kind of been that way, I'd say, since having Eliza.
Yeah.
Like, just trying to figure out, like, napping and this and that, and he's gone, childcare. That's mostly so like my wrestling right now, definitely, like I said, is like the administrative side right now. And I feel like hopefully this season is different. My daughter also goes to bed at like 6 o'clock.
I know, like she's asleep.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to like do things. She's really cranky past like 6:30. So I think hopefully we're like moving out of that. And but I think I'm hoping it looks a little different like this fall and this winter.
But I think that's important because I feel like that is a lot of wrestling coaches' wives, like, not like default, like what they default to, but like if their husband is the coach and that is their paid position or that is what they committed to, like they have to be there. But what if your kid is young, or what if your kid goes to sleep earlier? Like, what if they're not there? Then like, that doesn't mean you don't like the sport, you don't want to go watch. It's just like that by default falls to like you. So I think that is like a perspective that is very important, especially for people with younger kids, or like we've talked about it before, like people who have kids who don't wrestle. Like not everyone's kids, all their kids wrestle. Like there are other like people who do other sports and stuff. So I don't know about that, but I'm glad that you have like that. I mean, I do, because there's certain things that I plan. Like when Shiloh was little, like I didn't go to everything and stuff like that. But also, if Brian was there, he took 3/4 of the kids. So like that, you know what I mean? That it is different.
Yeah. And I think too, it's kind of funny. Like when we first started this, like I was in a very different place in my life, right? And now, like, I think to like, for the listeners to remember, like Yessenia's kids are older. Yeah. They're all wrestling. So like she will be at the majority of the things. And I probably won't right now. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I don't like the sport or support the sport. Just like you said, I have a little one and I'm by default the one at home.
It also, like, it looks different every season. Every season, like, responsibilities change for our husbands. Like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what the season's going to look like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just in general, right?
Yeah.
So it's a new wrestling season. So I don't know what to expect.
Yeah. And it's a little bit of ways for me, but sometimes I think about, like, what are we going to do when, like, my kids are at different levels? Like, Nehemiah's in high school and, like, the kids are still at the club level, or, like, you know, different things like that. I'm like, how is that gonna look? Like, we split up, like what? Well, like, you know, you just adjust and then move forward from there. And it's all part of like being an adult, being married, having kids, like loving the sport and stuff like that. So I think it's very normal. You know.
I think it's kind of fun though, because I know someone said to you, like, at the beginning of the podcast, we had very similar perspectives.
Yeah.
And now very different. So I think one fun thing moving forward while we're filming is like we will have definitely now have different perspectives moving forward. So that might be, you might relate to me a little bit more Yessenia.
Yeah.
So it's just a different, exciting time.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's important to remember that though I may be at the events and though I may be doing stuff, like it's still like behind the scenes, like we're still doing it, excuse me, together. And like, it's something that we started for you guys, you know? And I mean, like for us too, like this is like, not like therapy, but we enjoy doing this and talk about it, but it's to give a place for moms or wives who like are involved in the sport little to a lot. And like that is a range, and like guests that we bring on are similar. Like when we had Kelsey on last season, like she was like, I didn't even go to one wrestling meet, but she's got 2 little ones now.
She has another little
one, and we've had like, you know, Callie Poeta who's like, but she's like very involved because her kids wrestle. So like there's like a spectrum of like what it means to be a wrestling wife, or like now that you're a mom, like a mom in the wrestling space. And so I think it's important to like remember that there is a place for like everyone. You know what I mean? 100%. So, yeah. And then I'm excited because though Eliza's not wrestling, right, at this time, she's 1, but like now you have the perspective of a mother. So like you can put yourself in that perspective. Whereas when we started, though you were pregnant, like very early on, you know what I mean? That was not something that, it was something you could speculate about, but like now you can envision it or like put yourself in that position. And like, I think that's cool. I think what we were going to talk about next, we're looking at our little thing over there, was about, did we do summer mom duties? What was that?
Yeah, we did. I was admin.
Yeah. You were admin and I was just taking my kids everywhere, literally.
Maybe some listeners will understand what I'm saying about this. Maybe you don't. If you've ever listened to Giggly Squad, you ever listen to them?
No.
Okay, so the Bravo girls know. They like joke about like admin. Like I was doing admin. Like I was busy doing admin. So that just came to my head. I was like, yeah, I was admin. Or like that's exhausting admin work. Like it was.
I was busy. Like my kids did a few camps this summer, but mostly they just wrestled at the Loft, which is, we'll show you guys what that is. Or whatever. And then all those tournaments we went to, and then driving.
But we hung out kind of a lot.
Yeah.
This summer.
Yeah. You came to my pool.
Yeah.
Eliza loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrestled this was a while ago, but I wrestled my kids, like actually
that's right,
wrestled, and like they were like, so it's funny because they were like, you're really pretty good for never having done this in your life. And I was like, you guys think I'm a chump or something? I mean, I played basketball in high school, and I
work out.
I feel weird saying I work out, but like I try to be athletic. Like, you know, I lift or try. You know, I feel so weird saying stuff like this.
I lift.
But like I run, like whatever. But they were honestly shocked, and Brian was really shocked, and it was so funny. Not to put Brian on the spot, but like, and the boys. But the next thing they asked was like, when am I competing? Like there was no. I tried it for fun. It was like, when is your debut? And I'm like, no, guys, I am not gonna wrestle. But like, it was fun, and it was like, so what I tell people when I tell them about this experience, I was like, so we were doing freestyle Greco, of course, freestyle and Greco, but whatever. So they would show me how to do a gut wrench, and you know, hurts. Not only does it hurt, but it's super hard when they're like defending. You think like, oh, you know, no, it's like. You're tired. I mean, I know that sounds like very simple, but like painful. It was painful and like tiring, and like, you gotta pop your hips.
No.
And like, whatever. So they were like really impressed about me being good at it. So now every time I see the reel, we'll link it here. It's not by me, but whatever. But it's like the kids get their athletic abilities from their mothers. And I'm like, see, like you guys are good at wrestling because of me. Like not, you know, Brian, who was a wrestler, like it's my athletic abilities that you thought I didn't have. And anyway, so that
just reminds me of my baby shower, one of them. So like my Wisconsin one, and people kept like so it was like a cute little questionnaire, and it was like, what do you want the baby to have from mom, and what do you want the baby to have from dad? And everyone kept saying for Nelson his athleticism. I'm like, what am I? What am I?
I know, like, yeah,
like. I may not look it right now, but I used to be fit. It's just like, I ran a half marathon.
I worked
that
out.
man doesn't even run. I was like, what am I? Like, am I a chump?
Yeah, like what?
Like, it was very nice what they were saying about me, but like, okay. Dad's athleticism. I'm like, what am I?
Yeah, but I thought it was so funny that like they literally went to like, you should compete on the senior level.
Of course
like,
they did.
But like, I tried wrestling for 30 minutes and they were like, you should compete. I'm like,
you know, like, I want to say like, no, I don't think Nelson's ever tried to like, maybe, but like, no, he knows.
well, I was like working, like we were all in the loft. They were doing their workout.
And I'm just like trying to think if I've ever been like, can you show? No, nope. Like, can you show me a move?
And but I told the kids, I was like, you guys can go 50%, like try, but like don't try. And I told Brian, I was like, please go like 20%, because if I didn't tell him that, he would literally try to annihilate me.
Not like in a mean way.
No, not, but like just they can't, like he can't, like,
no,
you know.
I think that's honestly just like the wrestling mentality. It's all or nothing.
Yeah.
Because I've never met like a half-ass wrestler.
Yeah.
Only really like full ass. Just
but I think because if you're doing it halfway, then like it's harder to find success, and then you just like don't like it. You know what I mean?
Like, what coach have you ever met that was like, I'll help out. I've never met one wrestling coach who's like, be there when I can. Like, no, they're like,
yeah, I guess. But yeah,
like, it kind of tracks.
I know it tracks for sure. But I just thought that was so funny because I was
it's hilarious.
Yeah,
gotta compete, Mom.
I'm like, but not only like senior level. I'm like, I'm not gonna compete against like, imagine me against like Kenny Blades. Like, no, she's super. Like, no, like I'll be happy. And then they try to convince me to keep wrestling for like to be fit, like instead of like doing like a workout, like, you know, like lifting or like
Nelson
running.
Claims
like, let's wrestle together, which I get. It's like it all your muscles, but they were trying to convince me on it. But I was like, I would like to train for something that I'm gonna do. So if I'm not gonna wrestle. Yeah. You know, like it was fun, and I'll do it again because I was sore in places that like I was like, I think my ribs were sore from being gut wrenched, but also from like the twerk. You know, like he had me doing I just feel like I'm making myself like an idiot, but he had me doing like dummy throws, right? And so like. You're like, I was headlocking and
I wish the camera.
I know we should have had a camera in there, but it was like hard and I enjoyed it. But
Nelson, like, I'm not knocking it. I've never done it. So like, thank you for the insider and scoop.
Yeah, I went undercover for us.
Yeah, but Nelson was like, I don't need to work out. I wrestle. And we're like, okay, like maybe you should like lift weights. It's like really good for your heart.
Yeah,
like, I'm not like
for your bones. Like,
like it's good to lift weights. He's like, no, I wrestle. I'm like, okay, but he just turned 30. I'm like, maybe you're not gonna wrestle forever. But he's like, Mark, it's a really good workout. I'm like, I didn't say it's not. I'm like, okay, yep, you just keep wrestling.
Yeah, I would like.
He always gets injured lately.
I haven't seen him injured.
He literally passed out.
When?
He was wrestling and he got knocked out.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
I'm like, can we like, did you turn 30 and now you get knocked out?
But it's because...
That's scary.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Brian is doing it more than ever now, and he's almost
worried
35.
life.
I feel like you break your bone.
I'm just giving him crap right now, guys. This is
like,
not serious.
Literally last year, Brian had the worst year. But like this was terrible. But he broke his foot, and then he was blinded in one eye for whatever.
God, the blind.
And it was like a whole thing. And like just the ability for him to be able to do it again and like do it well. Like I'm just like, you do it. Go for it.
Once again, different perspective. Right now.
Different perspective. Definitely. I'm like, go do it. Like you could wrestle till you're 50. Like whatever. As long as you don't break your foot. And if you do, like. I think that's why I see it this way a little bit more. Like he broke his foot and he could have been like, okay, I'm done forever. Like I'm done.
Sure.
And it could been a faster decline of like, just like getting older. Not that he's in a decline or whatever, but the fact that he like broke his foot wrestling and then he's now wrestling again and just competing for fun, right? Like he's not gonna try to make a senior world team or anything, but like good for you, you know,
yeah,
like
100%.
Good for you. Keep going. Like who am I to say no? You know, again, different perspective.
I feel though if Nelson got hurt, it would be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do some therapy. I'll be right back. Give me 9 months. Can I do 6
for wrestling?
Yeah, like I'm saying, like if he got hurt, he would be like, there would never be a question that he was done.
But like, isn't that like part of life? Like you get hurt and just keep doing it.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Anyway, we're like. This is not what we plan to talk about, guys.
We
but
love our
this is-
husbands.
you know, of course. So we have a plan for like the future of the podcast, and we're gonna try to do one podcast episode a month.
That's what we can promise.
That's what we can promise, just because of like the very
Logistics,
admin, admin work of just like things that have been
childcare
that are different from when we started. So I'm more busy on like my business, my kids, like wrestling related stuff. Like I'm a little bit more busy on that stuff as well. And then you heard the admin. So one episode a month.
Yeah.
And then some guests that we have lined up.
And if we do more, bonus.
Yeah.
Woo.
Less admin work.
Or if we just do if it's a surprise, you get a second one. Awesome. But you can promise once a month.
Once a month. And then like similar things that we did like in the past, like social media. So like informative posts. Obviously like you'll see my pictures on there if I'm at an event. Follow for like all the reels on Instagram and stuff. And then go watch that one reel about moms, because it's like I love it and
Apparently
like we love
getting
it.
some slack.
But it's like very controversial in the comments, so that's fun. Go look at that. And then follow us on all the stuff. So like YouTube is a big one. We have Facebook, Instagram. We have a Twitter, I think. But like, X. We have a website. You can buy merch if you want. There are like
You want to drop something new.
Oh yeah, a drop, limited edition.
Yeah.
Admin.
We know some people.
Yeah. Oh, we know tons of people.
We could do a collab.
Watch out for the collabs.
Watch out for the singlets.
For the collab.
Could you imagine?
No.
We show up. People. I don't remember doing a singlet. A singlet.
A singlet. But yeah, so that is it. Submit any questions, concerns, anything
Let us know what you want to hear.
Yeah. What you want us to talk about. There's like no big events. I mean, there are wrestling events coming up, but like nothing we can like preview at this time. Just the folk sale season coming up, which is fun.
Yeah, but we're excited to be back.
Yeah.
We're not dead.
No. And my kids want to be on the podcast, so I'm hoping maybe we can get them on. And our husbands again. Elias was helping me yesterday with like the mics, trying to figure them out.
Oh, that's cute.
And he I was asking him wrestling questions, and he was like so professional, like trying to answer
like
them the
into
right
the
way.
mic?
Yeah. And he was loving it. So I was like, maybe we can get you on the podcast, buddy.
We'll have Eliza too.
Oh yeah, Elias and Eliza.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
Besties. Anyway, but yeah. So thank you guys. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Ooh. Bye.